Okay, so for homework, okay, I've provided the .r file a link to this spreadsheet. Okay, I've provided a link to this spreadsheet, and what this spreadsheet lays out is we're gonna experiment with changing the hyperparameters of our random forest model. Okay, and each group is gonna sort of look at a different set of hyperparameters. Okay, so for example, group one, and by the way, the groups are on Piazza if you forget which group you were. Okay, but so group one is gonna try 5 different values for the number of trees. Well, we can have any number of trees, right? So let's try it with 100 trees, 200 trees, 300 trees, 400 trees, and 500 trees. So what you're going to do is you're going to train essentially the model 5 times, each time with a different number of trees, and then you're going to compare the in-sample and the out-of-sample accuracy for each one of those cases. There you go. How do I compute the in-sample or out-of-sample accuracy? Well, we looked at that last time. Okay, so have a look at your code from last time. Okay, so for example, okay, um, if you were to go into your code and remember how we adjust these parameters is just by changing the command. Okay, so for example, if I wanted to set the number of trees equal to uh, 500, well, I would set it equal to 500 or 100 or whatever value I want. Okay, so um, okay, so and same with the other hyperparameters in our model. So we're going to basically train up this model, a bunch of different variations of this model, and then once we have the model trained, we're going to make some predictions and then look at the in-sample and out-of-sample accuracy. Okay. And let me go back to my browser here. So then, okay, so um, group one and group two are going to look at different values for the number of trees to use. Okay, this last one here, 100,000 trees, not a typo. That might take a little while to run on your computer, but it shouldn't take too long. Okay, we're going to look at different, group three and group four are going to examine different potential node sizes. Remember, that determines the complexity of the tree. And then group 5 and group 6 are going to look at different sample sizes, and they're going to look at different values for this m_try variable, which remember determines the number of candidate independent variables to be considered at each split point in each tree. Okay? So basically just estimate the model with the option that I'm telling you to do, keeping all the other options just at their default values. Okay, and then look at how the in-sample and out-of-sample accuracy changes. I actually haven't done this myself before. I mean, I have a general sense of how these will vary, okay, but I haven't gone ahead and tried like so many different combinations before for a specific piece of data. So hopefully next class we'll be able to have a look at this and see what we got, okay? So when is this due? This is due next, let me put this down here, due next Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Okay, and so hopefully we'll get some results from that and we'll be able to discuss them in a upcoming class. And there'll be some additional homework that I assigned for you on the Thursday video, which we'll look at which will be due on Sunday. Okay. So okay. So I hope that makes sense to everybody. Okay. So for homework, you don't need to submit a .do or I'm sorry, a .r file. You just need to, with the rest of your group, fill out this table. Okay. All right. If any of y'all have questions, come see me at online office hours or email me or post onto Piazza. Okay. I'll see you guys next class.